All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Spectator Mode, episode 204. Or is it 205? Or is it 605?
90210.
90210. Waiting for that alley girl, just like Travis Scott. So, if you guys haven't noticed, the latest episode of Spectator Mode, you're joined by myself, Gitsilius, Sif Scott, who is
Howdy.
hiding behind a brick wall, and we have Keith, who is ready to explode with rage because someone stubbed his toe.
No. I stepped on Lego. The
Lego.
translation was wrong. I stepped on Lego.
Oh, Lego, not Mega Blocks, right?
Who buys Mega Blocks?
It's us, yeah. That's when you know you're poor. But anywho, man, thank you guys for checking out the Spectator Mode Podcast, supporting us up to this point. And before we start any Spectator Mode, we usually talk about games we've been playing recently. And I'm going to start with Keith before he stubs his toe again on Legos.
Well, now that the reviews have come out, I can say that I, alongside of Josh, have been playing Ninja Gaiden 4, and I think it is a decent game. But if you don't back up, go check out our review of the game first. If you're a longtime player of Ninja Gaiden, you'll understand what we're saying. I've read some people's reviews, and it's like you never played Ninja Gaiden before, 2 are disillusional, and 3 just want to give a game a good score because it's the cool thing to do, and that's terrible. There are some things in this game that just don't mesh right. Story isn't the best. Combat's amazing, yeah, sure, but the camera is still terrible. And if you're like, "Oh, it's fine, the camera is great," I died off screen because of the camera. I got stuck in a corner because of jank. Then it means it's not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Fix your shit. Other than that,
the sad part is that we're talking about camera problems in like a 2025. We figured this out in Devil May Cry 5. You know that, right? We figured this out already. It's crazy.
It's some stuff. That's why I'm a little frustrated. Been playing some Ball X Pit. Thanks for people who turned me on to the game. Thank you very freaking much.
Yo, that's me. Hey, yo.
Playing some Clear Obscure Expedition 33. Thanks to people who turned me on to that game. Thank you very much.
Boo.
Jeez. Oh my God.
Yo, the ball demands the pit, boy.
Jeez. But great thing is I can play both of those games on my Asus ROG, not ROG, like you people have been saying, ROG Ally X. But we'll talk about that stuff later on. You're playing some other games, but those are mainly the 2 big games I've been playing as of late.
Sounds cool to hear. So, Scott, what have you been playing lately?
All right, let me grab my list.
The list, not the.
This is why Scott goes last. He goes last.
I make sure that I have a list so that I can actually remember, because I don't know. Because in case you are looking at the website, you notice that I will put reviews up quite consistently. Anyways, so the first game that I've been playing this week was Ys versus Trails in the Sky Alternative Saga, and I was able to unlock basically everything now. It just took me forever because you have to grind a lot in this game to get characters, to get stages, to get music, to get artwork, to get the in-game currency. And yeah, it's a lot.
But did you overcome the barriers, though?
I did. I unlocked Lloyd. That's what matters. So Lloyd overcame the barrier of being a locked character.
Yeah.
I do think it's still a really fun game, but I also think that its age kind of still shows.
That's good to hear.
Because it's a remaster essentially of a 2010 game that was released on the PSP. So
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Another game I've been playing was Isla of Frosty Glide. So Isla of Frosty Glide is essentially just a girl trying to find her cat up a magical mountain as she skates on her broomstick, because she doesn't know how to really use it the normal way. So she uses it as a skate broomstick. She skates around the mountain, which is actually kind of fun. They integrate some like fun mechanics with it. Like you like stab your broom into the ice, and then you can like do a kickflip to go above like top of a platform. So it's just like, there's a lot of like fun little like mechanics they do with that concept. And I do think actually playing the game is really fun, though there's some puzzles and there's some sections, especially near the end, that just kind of just gives you a humongous difficulty spike in terms of like playing the platforming sections. And even like the last stage of the game is like this giant like sliding down, doing all these jumps and flying sections. And I was initially playing this game on Steam Deck, and I had to actually transition to PC because the Steam Deck was actually going slow, which is kind of funny because the rest of the game the Steam Deck was fine. This one section it just decided to like go to like from the normal 60 FPS to like 40 FPS at random jump starts, and it kind of made issues of your timing with jumping because you think you're supposed to jump at this frame, but then you're already like a frame ahead before like you're supposed to jump or something like that because just how the frames get mixed up when things get slower and stutter. So I actually went to my PC and was able to do all the jumps correctly after I was able to get a consistent 120 frames per second. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't score it nearly as high, is because that last section just it just frustrated me. Another game that I've been playing was Fantasy Maiden Wars: Dream of the Stray Dreamer. This is basically if you're someone who likes the Super Robot Wars IP, if you like the way that the gameplay works and how they do their tactics and how they do like the frames when you're doing attacks, and they do the special animations for certain attacks for certain characters, but it's set in the Toho universe. So you have like a bunch of different Toho characters that all have like different tactical battle animations and movements and settings and stuff, and you make like your team of like 20 people to basically take on armies with, and it's actually really fun. They did a really solid job also with like the animations and the music. Well, I think that was one of the first times I noticed that every single character when they launch an attack has different background music for their own attack, and it's actually really awesome. And with having like over 70 characters in a game, that's actually kind of nuts. And then the last game that I've been playing that I haven't reviewed, and I'm not the one to review this one, is Pokemon Legends ZA. So it's actually something that I'm kind of surprised with. When I initially played this game at, I think it was PAX this year, I wasn't really a fan of it. I didn't like how some of like the mechanics worked. I didn't like how like the cooldowns were limiting. And I think I know the problem was that at the demo, you only had like 2 moves. You only had like your tackle or your growl or like your poison sting and your string shot, because they were all like level 8 level 8 Pokemon, and they didn't have a full move set. But once I actually got past like level 10 and started getting actual full movesets for my Pokemons, things clicked a whole lot better. And I think it's because I wasn't having to rely on waiting for a cooldown to finish, because I could just do another move, or I could just swap instantly to another Pokemon to then do another move. It just feels like it's a game that starts up really slow, and it is a very, like, honestly, it's one of the worst openings in a Pokemon game I've played, because of just how it handholds you, and it makes you stay in like specific places so long. Like, you had to be this one specific aisle of the city for 30 minutes, and you can't leave it unless you do this one thing. But there's all these things you can now look at, because they actually now have a little better with like Pokemon spawn a lot farther out now, whereas like with Pokemon Legends Arceus, you had the problem where Pokemon would spawn basically on top of you, because this like the field of vision area was just absolutely bonkers in that game. But in this one, it actually spawns things relatively far away. So I could see like, oh, I can see a Rallo, or I can see a Dratini over there, but I can't go there because I'm stuck at the stupid aisle that I can't move, because of the tutorial. If you try to leave anywhere from the tutorial, it just it's like, sorry, you can't move here. Sorry, you can't move here. So for probably 3 hours, which is a really slog of a tutorial, you were just like stuck in like very few sections of the city. And then once like the battle royale opens up, once you actually get more freedom, the game actually becomes a lot more fun. But the first 3 hours is not like it's like a prison sentence of having to see all the stuff that you could do but you can't. It's like, sorry, you have to stay here at this one section for like ever. It was just so annoying. But it is really fun once the game actually opens up and you get like your team of Pokemon. You can get like your moves set up any way that you want. And one big thing that I really loved in this game is the evolution system finally lets you choose when to evolve them, rather than it forcibly evolving and you have to cancel the evolution.
Wait, you can't just mash B anymore? What happened to mashing B? That was the thing. We used to mash B.
I know, we used to mash B, and I hated it. I need to have I need to have this like chart Melian at like level 40 to learn this one big fire move, but he wants to keep evolving every 5 seconds.
Now here's the thing, right? That's the game. Okay, you needed to mash B in order to teach yourself that you control the Pokemon's fate. You're God now. God puts his thumb down to stop change. Come on. It's right there.
Yeah. So they actually now just have a button on the Pokemon that where they let you know that, hey, I can evolve if you want me to. And you're just like, okay, I'll let you evolve. Or you can just say, no, I want you to stay until you're level 40 and learn the move that I want you to learn, then evolve. Which honestly is actually a really good concept in this, because when you do evolve to like a higher Pokemon, they give you like the move remembrance, where you can actually from the menu just instantly let them change their movesets at will. So if they had a move that they had learned at like level 38 and you evolve them at level 40, they now already have access to that move, which is obviously really cool.
That's really crazy. It's going to help a lot of the competitive scene, or at least people who would competitive easily, because it's like there's no longer like, obviously you still the IV train and get your stats perfect. Yeah. The idea like I can make my build like that.
Yeah,
easy. Yeah.
So it's very easy to like when things open up. It's very easy for you to just reset whatever team you want. You can set the moves however you like. You can instantly swap items over. Like, it's a lot faster and a lot more structured with quality of life features, which is very nice. So I'm really happy that they decided to actually, bring Pokemon into more of a current era of gaming in that regard. Let's not talk about the graphics.
No. Look. I'm gonna be super. This is my hot take. I think that the fact that they keep getting away with this, the meme, they're gonna keep getting away with making budget Pokemon until like it stops making money. Okay, that is my hot take.
Yeah. I find it so weird that like Game Freak and like the Nintendo company gives so little money to these games, and it's just like, you guys make like billions of dollars a year. You could push your budget a little higher than 10 million.
How about 0? That's next year. Next year, how about 0?
How does Pokemon have such big profits? Because they have so little budget for everything they do.
Yeah, the money there is no money in that one, my friend. But yeah,
but that's essentially what I've been playing this week.
That's crazy. So what I've been playing this week, I'll probably talk more about it later on the Steam Next Fest. I play a bunch of demos Steam Next Fest. I'll break it more apart later in the podcast. But non-Steam Fest game is Ball XP, baby. We ball. My granny be calling me ball. Okay, I got that. All right, that's on my
Arkanoid died for this game.
Nah. I even wrote it. I've been playing that. I got back into more of a Rivals, once I started getting back into once more my school obligations started winding down a bit. I played Kazuna Counter Super Tag Battle because I was shadow dropped again by our Lord Savior by SNK. Though they take in the blood money, the games are coming through, so my hands will never be washed. I'm playing a lot of the Bazaar. Super fun experience. I've been playing Borderlands 4 a lot, trying to get higher Ultimate Vault Hunter experience, which is pretty fun. After I beat the game, pushing more. I'm playing a ton, too much Absolum. And if you guys have been catching the stream, I've been playing a lot of Legend of Heroes, Trails to Sky, Chapter 1st, where I'm up to the part that now Agnet now learns to fear the Russell family tree. he fears the daughter, the mother, the grandfather. The only thing he fears, like fighting spies, monsters, drunk Charizard, nothing. But the Russell family tree, man, yeah.
No, you can't. You just can't trust those scientist types.
The scientists, yeah. So yeah. That's what I have been up to generally. Just play a lot. Got back into more Rivals. The game's the game. Borderlands 4, doing Ultimate Vault Hunter stuff. Trails of Sky first chapter. If you guys seen the streams, I'll be talking a lot about my demos, games I played, and Kazuna Counter Super Tag Battle. And again, ball. That's all I've been up to mostly. And speaking of things we've been up to, Keith alluded to earlier that now that he has the Rouget Xbox Ale, he will talk more about it.
I mean, I have it. It doesn't mean that I've used it.
Oh, you haven't? You haven't used it? I thought this would take over because an Xbox everywhere is an Xbox here. I said the cash is Microsoft on my checklist.
All sarcasm aside, everybody knows my stance of this piece of hardware. I really wanted to be a jerk and say console. But
it's not a console.
this piece of hardware that people have been duped in purchasing, and I'm not going to say that it's not a bad piece of hardware. If you are somebody who's in the handheld space and you've had a Steam Deck and you wanted to upgrade and you like the Xbox controllers and you like what they're thinking about doing and you like the APU for the upscaling that's coming later on, then yeah, this is a better piece of hardware compared to the Lenovo Go 2 or the current Xbox. There's too many names. Or the ROG Ally X. I do think is a nice upgrade from that. If you were already going to buy that one, then yeah, I can see putting an extra $100 towards the Xbox version. That said, people who have been paying attention have been looking at the reviews and a lot of the criticism that a lot of people have been talking about this device. You've got people on who are from on the Xbox side going, this is an Xbox piece of hardware, and it plays your Xbox games, to the point where even people who are on Good Morning America are pretty much duped because like, this plays all your Xbox games.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. It does something. Can I say that? It does something.
And then you have people who are friendly on the technology side, understand what this is, and basically were like, look, this is not an Xbox. This does not play Xbox games well. You were duped if you thinking it's playing Xbox games. And there's a lot of people on the left and the people on the right, kind of like our busted political system in North America. I'm sorry, not North America, United States of America, that we're not very united. So I went on a tangent a couple of days ago because I watched one YouTube tech person, I won't mention their name, pretty much make a video, and in the video told people that this plays games better than console performance. And I was like, what the fuck?
What doesn't? Unless your console performance is the OG Nintendo Switch.
And then I was like, you are clearly, I don't like calling people shills, but it's like, clearly
you were
an Xbox shill, because this does not play games better than console hardware. It plays better than the PlayStation 5, better than the Xbox Series X, better than the Xbox Series S. Are you serious, bro? You didn't give us an OLED, right? You didn't give us an 8-inch screen. At least the Switch 2 gave us a better size screen. And this is why I'm like, damn, I'm kind of conflicted, because I'm looking at the box and I'm like, I'm only got this thing, keep it 100% to review it for the outlet and then probably take it back. If I'm going to spend $1,000 on a piece of hardware, like I told Scott, one, I'm selling my Ally X, and more than likely I'll buy a Lenovo Go 2, because it has everything that I want. It has a bigger screen, and that's it. It does the same CPU, GPU. Why not? Oh, it doesn't have Windows. I could care less, because I'm going to install Steam on it.
We're going to get Bazite.
I don't literally care. No, I'm going to put Steam, because Steam works on it now.
They have the Steam OS version of it.
I have Steam on my ROG Ally. I got rid of Bazite. I'm actually running 100% Steam because of the apps that work for it. What is Decky? I forget which Decky version is, but it works great. So I know you guys like, Keith, stop being nerdy and techie. Too bad. This is my segment. We're going to talk about this shit. There is a problem with people duping people to buy this thing.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. And it does not play Xbox games. Oh, sure, we can be technical and go, sure, you can stream your Xbox games on here. You sure can, for more money.
Yeah, and if you're going to count that as an Xbox, then we can technically count the portable PlayStation as a PlayStation, but no, that's an accessory.
Yeah.
You know,
my Fitbit's an Xbox. That's the case. My Fitbit's an Xbox. Yeah.
You know, this entire everything is Xbox thing. It's not working the way the Xbox wanted to, and it's clearly falling on my shirt. I have to keep it real. My Prime shirt, Prime, hold me here. We have to hold these people accountable, and I'm glad that there are some people out there that are going, no, this is not what you think it is. There's been a lot of technical YouTube people, especially Digital Foundry, even went, hey, look, this is not what it is. And people got mad at Digital Foundry for what? For being honest. They literally told you it's not an Xbox. This is not what you wanted. There already are Xbox Ally X's being returned to Best Buy.
Yep.
What? There are already Allies being returned to Best Buy. 2, you should have never brought that damn Ally. Not the X. Okay, sure, X. The Ally, No, it's not even better than the freaking Steam Deck. Oh my god, why did you
Steam
buy
Deck
that?
outperforms it, even though the Ally technically supposed to have better specs because it has a bigger battery and a bigger power usage. But apparently that doesn't matter. Even
No.
with more power usage, the Steam Deck still runs it through its rings.
It's like, oh, it's a more updated version of the CPU that's in the Steam Deck, but the Steam
No.
Deck still either holds, it's either on par or beats it in some tests.
Yeah.
The Steam Deck, guys.
I
and then
wonder why that could be. No.
I also got a beef. I gotta say, all you tech reviewers, let's be honest, a lot of your reviews suck, and you're probably saying, "Why am I saying this?" Well, it's not. I'm being 100% real with you people. Why do you compare the Ally X, the Xbox Ally X, to the Steam Deck when they're not even in the same spectrum?
No.
That's not even remotely fair.
You're paying double a Steam Deck to get the X. You're not. If you were comparing it to that and you're like, this is technically better, it's like, yes, you're right, but you're also paying 2 Steam Decks worth to buy it that.
And it's got a better GPU, got a better CPU, it's got a better screen, it's got more memories. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? You compare it to the things that are comparable. That's how you compare things. You don't take something and goes, well, this is clearly going to lose, I'm going to compare it. That's not how that works.
No.
Or if you do that, you put it in with other devices you're comparing. But you were like, the Steam Deck clearly is not a better device than this. Clearly it's not. But how about the Lenovo Go? Or how about the Ally X? Oh, wait, because it's closer. But that's your job, guy.
Yes.
You're supposed to compare things that are comparable. That's the whole point of that. So when you go and say, oh, hey, the Steam Deck is no match for this. No shit.
No shit. You know the worst part about this is like when I saw this, I'm not even a tech guy. I'm like, this doesn't feel right. And it's like, I feel like jokingly, like, you know, my conspiracy is like, oh, yeah, you guys are shills, Xbox, blah, blah. But it's like, I feel like this is my hot take. There's enough people that desperately, and I swear to God, want this to be super successful. They want this to be the bee's knees. But then when I hear the news of you talking about it and other people talk about it, and when I watch real people look at like, this is not that great. And it's like, God damn, you guys, what is wrong with you? Like, you could just say it's not great. That's okay. It happens.
Now, here's the thing. I want this to succeed, but I want it to succeed on its own merits. For Xbox to go and say, you know, guys, this is a handheld PC. This is our vision for the future. We want to take it this way. Your whole marketing of this is an Xbox is not working.
No,
it's not working. And you're defaulting people. You're making them go, oh, this is an Xbox. And they get home. Well, this is an Xbox. Or even worse, somebody mentioned on a Blue Sky. Well, can you imagine somebody buying this for like their kid or their grandson or granddaughter for Christmas?
Oh, no.
And then they go, here, it's a portable Xbox. And they go, no, it's not a portable Xbox. I can't play any of my Xbox games on it. I don't own any Steam games. I don't own any PC games.
Yeah, there's one thing you have to remember, too. If you're someone who is like giving it to a kid and you have Minecraft for Xbox, Minecraft is not a Play Anywhere title. You have to re-buy it again if you want to play it on that device.
That is correct. Yeah.
You know how many copies of Minecraft my son has right now? Jesus Christ! And every time
one
he
on
buys,
every console,
like he bought it for Xbox 360, then he had to buy it for Xbox One. He ended up buying it again for Steam. And I'm like, Keith, why are you buying so many? Because this version doesn't work on this version, Dad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know that. I don't play Minecraft. What the hell, Keith?
It's funny because all of them do combine technically. You can have one Minecraft account for all those 3 consoles. It's just you can't have the same app for all those 3 consoles.
Yeah, that's how to get you. I feel
so, I don't want to stop you, man. I've been talking about this for months and months and months. And let me go back. I don't mean that the tech reviewers are dumb. But what I'm saying is when you do stuff like this, you got to keep it fair. You don't take a Lamborghini and compare it to a Neon.
To a Honda, yeah.
Or a Honda. Well, don't say that because you got an NSX Honda. You don't compare it to like a PT Cruiser. You compare it to something that is within its range. And that's called a fair comparison. When you start comparing things that you know doesn't have a hope and or dream, then that's terrible. And you're not doing anybody any justice. If you compare this to dumb person who didn't know any idea what this was, and you go, oh, this is better than a Steam Deck. and you compare that to this, and they go, well, yeah, and it's $1,000 more. But your Steam Deck is garbage. You don't want the Steam Deck. That's not fair because the Steam Deck is good in its own price range.
Yes.
Why didn't you guys compare that to the Xbox Ally?
Because the Steam Deck would beat the Xbox Ally.
And that would have been a completely different story.
Yes.
Right.
Xbox is going in a different direction. I see this. I don't like the messaging. If you like handheld PC gaming, fantastic. There's a bunch of them out there. This one is not bad. It does what it does is good, but your messaging sucks.
Well, the thing is that like everything on an Xbox is a defeating message anyway for them. It's a death knell. I mean,
it is.
It's a death knell. It's just the death of Xbox. You know, it's a good times for everybody. And the best part about this is so you know the ROG Ally situation, right? Or I'm sorry, ROG. Yeah. Who cares? Who cares at the point? I mean, it's the yeah. I'm sorry.
You say that, and then I go to PAX again, and she appears and goes, "So Keith, I heard your people were saying ROG."
All right, I'll say it my way. The Rouge Xbox OLED. Je vous fais. Anyway, the ROPGZCQY Ally. So this was not like a Microsoft in-house product. This was a licensed product made by someone else to make for them. And the fact that this product is at best, in my opinion, subpar-ish, is kind of saying a lot that they didn't put a lot of hand into this thing.
I wouldn't say it's subpar. The hardware is fine.
Ish.
The X.
It's
You want to say the Xbox, the ROG Xbox Ally X is a good device. It is definitely overpriced a bit, but it is a really good hardware.
Yes,
the ROG Xbox Ally OG is actually not good. Like honestly, fun history fact for those who are big into the ROG Ally scene. The OG ROG Ally had what was known as a Z1 Extreme chip, which was a really strong and powerful chip. And then a few months later, they came out the Z1, and that was make it to be a little more on par with the Steam Deck, but also be a lot more cheaper, so that it could be like a $300 device against the $300 device. So they put that chip into this current Ally, that's basically a Steam Deck chip, and they raised the price by like double. Mm-hmm. It's not worth double that price, and it doesn't compete with anything at that price level.
It should not even be sold. It should not be sold.
If they were going to do that, they should have just done it the same way they did the OG ROG Ally and just had the Z2 Extreme chip, but with less like memory and less like CPU processing. Like that's all they could. That's what they should have done if they were going to basically call it like the OG Xbox Ally. But no, they went with the smaller chip and the smaller power set and the smaller everything, and decided, hey, it's $600 now.
Right, exactly. Like, and the thing is, like I said, I was like, the jokes aside, I was getting behind this. Like, the problem is that like this was a secondary device made by a secondary company, which the main company, Microsoft, didn't do much oversight or thought for it, and just the market, and it is what it is from there. And it kind of sucks that a lot of the tech people or some people, again, they want this device to succeed. They want the message for Xbox is everything, which is a bad message in my opinion anyway, to be everywhere, to mean something. And they, at the cost of this, gave a rise of misinformation. Speaking of misinformation, man, a lot of people have been writing a lot of sloppy stuff lately, and that's pretty scaring the crap out of me.
Including our political system.
Well, our political system is let me read this, is a intricate web of democratic people who believe in the works of, I can't finish the sentence. Anyway, next time on Spectator Mode Podcast, I'll finish that sentence. So as I was alluding to, there's been a rise of misinformation from people just doing it willingly or outlets. And it's been a huge focus on like a lot of these guys, which feels like we're getting the same problem, like the Kotakuisms, I call it Kotaku, or slop articles, like just pumping out tons of articles. It's quantity over quality. A perfect example of this, if you guys may have seen in gaming news, Miyamoto hates his video games. That's not true, actually. That's actually not true. Miyamoto hates a lot of things, but it's not video games. He hates some people, though. I'll leave that's for interpretation, but but it's kind of crazy, isn't it? Like watching like people just report like I would say some people who are, let's be honest, like I would say near rumor-esque Twitter or social media guys that just put as facts, poorly sourcing things, even worse interpretations of news. It's pretty terrible, man. It's crazy. It's just crazy, and I don't know how to how is this like not keep happening, but it's like, how can this keep like it feels like I'm going back in time. It's like, didn't we get over this when it was a bad idea during the Kotaku era? Didn't we
have
learn?
not. No,
Like,
we have
didn't
not
we
learned.
just like, yeah.
It's got to be the first person gets the clicks or the views, and we have not lost this, and it never went away. It may have put on some lipstick and a nice looking wig, but it never went away. Never went away.
Yeah.
That's the crappy part about it, because it's like there were people reporting like because there's tons and tons. By the way, there's nothing wrong of getting some information from social media. Everyone does it, but you should probably verify the source, link, or just do a couple of cursor checks to confirm this is real or not. Because again, if news organizations, journalists, gaming sites report this, or even worse, make videos about this, which is a whole different topic of things.
Oh,
it's like,
I know.
Yeah,
No,
they
no.
can make a 20-minute video based on a rumor and like, I didn't know. You know, it's
Speaking of videos, be sure to check out the Outerhaven.net. We got some great videos for you to check out there. Check out videos on our website.
Yeah, check videos on the website and the YouTube page. But the blow up is that like it's super scary and super bad, because it's like it's not going to retract it or make amends to it. It's just like people just aren't. We're just trying to be, again, sloppy first, get this sloppy, and people don't correct it. And it's really bad because some of these stuff are just getting beaten by if you just click the link and realizing. Some people just even quoting, like I said, the Miyamoto movie thing. There's a full cursor article that's out by it now. You can look it up. You can look it up and be like, oh, wait, this guy quoted the third paragraph and copied the first sentence, slapped together, and told me it was news. That's clickbait. That's lying.
Yeah.
You're legitimately lying.
Yeah,
Like,
so to give some fun background to this, basically an outlet called Kyoto News, they wrote a piece basically of why is Nintendo going towards movies, because they want to do like a very quick write-up of an article. And they put like a part of a section of Miyamoto's quote that he did during one of the not really press conferences, during one of the like financial meetings that they have when shareholders ask questions and they're asking about it. And the whole quote was talking about IPs and the power of IPs, and that eventually games will become more obsolete because new versions come out, because the IP will be more seen as its new iteration rather than its older iteration for some people.
They've never heard of Capcom.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's why they want to do videos, because they said that like with videos, the IP, all of the versions get a lot more awareness. I'm guessing he's probably thinking of like the old like 90s live action Mario movie. That is infamous.
Infamous,
still.
Yeah.
When bad movies were so bad they were good, Mario and Street Fighter.
You can
so that I think that's generally where that quote is supposed to be like coming from, of where he's basically saying that. But it's ultimately like his answer for why his shareholders are wondering why he's going more towards movies, even though they're still doing video games, obviously.
Right.
And so someone basically took this quote and cut out like half of it on both sides.
Yup.
And it just turns into basically that games become obsolete when new versions come out. And that's like all they kept of it. And that they generated an article based on that. And the fun thing is there's no source for the quote that they put in it. There's also no source for any of the information they put in that article. I know because I read the article. I checked the article because I was confused on why. I don't think I'd ever imagine Miyamoto ever saying that.
Exactly.
And
right,
he didn't say it like that, as honestly, which is funny because there's some people who just instantly took that quote and were just like, "Hey, Kyoto's news team got an interview," and it's like, no, they didn't. They didn't actually talk with the guy at all.
No, they didn't. They were saying like, and the blow about it to me is like, you know who I expect to say that? The guy who used to be one of the head marketing guys from Microsoft. I expect him to do that. I expect him to bury his company. I don't expect Nintendo to ever bury his company like that. That's right, man. Xbox One, baby. The lessons you can learn. Don't bury your company. Don't ever bury your company. But it's like because this thing is like when I looked it up and I saw and I looked at the actual source, I was like, oh, Miyamoto is honestly saying that we need to have more mediums so people can interact with our products so they can be fresher in their minds. Because as a video gamer I am, it is as much as I like remakes of games and games being remade or being sold to people, to me, one of the best games of all time is the classic Dragon Quest 3 or Dragon Warrior 3. The remake, HD remake, does a great job putting it together. But the memories that I have of people who grew up the game playing that game is there. But my memories cannot be transferred to Johnny Donuts 2.0 is playing HD remake. So that's kind of the point. Like they're talking about film can have a longer shelf life for some people, depending on mediums, memes, TikTok, and all that stuff, which is true, by the way. You can watch an entire movie through TikTok memes. I'm not even joking. So you know,
they have done it.
They've done it. So exactly. So it's like he's understanding that maybe for our IPs to grow longer, besides gaming, we should also invest in secondary mediums. And Nintendo, please give me a price point to release your Pokemon manga collection just lower. I know you give it to Sewentia Viz, but give to me personally, get Silius a 20% discount. That's all I'm saying. Your manga was dope. The classic Pokemon Adventure mangas are amazing. I recommend it to anybody.
Those are great, but I also would not recommend them to kids.
Let me jump in here real quick, because I just wanted to add on a little bit to what you just said. I agree with everything right there. And also, you got to keep in mind that what works for one person may not work for other people. Like there are some people I know that just will not watch movies. They love the games, but they will never watch a movie. I think there's something wrong with them.
I don't know, man. Some people
that's their prerogative.
Like I know tons of comic book people that just don't watch them the TV show. They're happy with the medium they have. They prefer it that way because they have to consume it. I know too many cats like that. It's like, I like my Tom McFarlane Spider-Man. That's the only Spider-Man I'm ever gonna read. I'm like, okay, you do that. Speak your truth, King. But it's just crazy though.
I thought that was weird. I'm glad that's it's gone. I just thought that was very weird.
It was one of the weirdest things that happened in 24 hours. And then the worst part is no one waited to double check. No one just didn't say anything. They reported it. That's the part that got me mad. And you said sloppy first, that got me like, you reported this like this. Even reading it, I'm like, this sounds funky. Why would Miyamoto bury his own company? Let's
go back to what we said. And people want to be first, and they want to be the people to have the exclusive without checking stuff. And this is what makes this industry, as we said before, such a terrible place to be at times, because you have people who read this and go, this is not true, or they fact check and go, this is not true. Who wrote this nonsense? And then they just, game journalists suck. They suck. And then it's like, oh God, now we gotta get out of this again for the umpteenth time. It's like, can we not just do this anymore?
It's not going to help more, even as more outlets start using AI to write up their articles, and then you'll realize that the AI is actually wrong a lot of the time.
Hey guys, when you use AI, is what AI does. Come on, guys. It doesn't know a goddamn thing. It looks at people's content and goes, that might be right. That might be right. Let me just take both these together, collide them together. Here you go. And you go, Michael Jackson was born in 1872.
Exactly.
What? And you go, wait, that's not right.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
They got some fanfic from a website and decided it was true.
Exactly. God, yeah.
There have been plenty of times I've used AI just to play around with it. And I go, no. And I tell it, no, that's wrong. Would you like me to correct this? Yes, I would, because that is wrong.
Oh my God.
Just do it. Just randomly Google something or search up something on AI and see what it tells you. And people are like, this is going to replace journalists and everything else. No, they're not.
No, they're not. There's too much critical thinking of it. And like the worst part is like the security measures for these AI programs are crap. People can crack into them. Speaking of security being cracked into, apparently TwitchCon security is easy to crack into. Anybody can walk in. It's probably the worst I've ever seen of all time. And I speak of this because, this is no joking matter. I don't go to TwitchCon even though I'm a streamer. One day I'll probably go with some friends, but every time I consider going or think about it, I don't go because of work, life, etc. I hear something bad happens at Twitch. And I think Scott probably knows the Twitch streamer. I think is it Emiru?
Yeah, Emiru.
Emiru was attacked at a meet and greet, and if it wasn't for a private security, it would have gotten worse. And I couldn't believe it. The guy just walked right in. Just like, it was crazy. Through that door.
It's wild because there's apparently, so I watched the whole reaction thing because Emiru posted a 50-minute video that documented everything that happened because she wanted to put it out there because her manager basically said, you need to put this out there, otherwise they're not going to do anything. And it's good that she did because Twitch eventually started doing stuff once more information came out. But essentially, the guy had to go through 2 separate lines of different meet and greets to get into another security meet and greet, and none of the security teams of those stopped them. And then they went to her own meet and greet, and none of the security team there stopped them. And then she just went straight up during one of like a photo event, because when you do a meet and greet, you sometimes get autographs, you sometimes get photos. So they have like green screens or like screens you're next to. They can get like selfies with the streamer. And he just went right up in the middle of this like selfie session and just grabbed her and tried to kiss her. And the guy that was supposed to get the selfie was just like, "What the heck is this?" And then that's when one of her managers showed up from like the back of the room and then pushed the guy off of her. And then she was just like, "What just happened?" And then even like the guy next to her who was supposed to get the selfie with was like, "What just happened?"
And nobody got beat down.
Nobody.
The guy just turned and left the event. Like Twitch did nothing about it.
No.
Until someone posted a video of the full thing on Twitter and then tagged TwitchCon. It was like, what the crap is this?
Yeah, what's going on today? Like, this is, like, oh my god.
And it sent a humongous wave of gamers and streamers and reactors over to TwitchCon to basically be like, Twitch, what are you doing? How did this person get here without any security measures? Like, you have a dedicated security team that streamers pay for and pay you for directly to make sure that they have security at these events. And you apparently either don't use them or you just are really bad with hiring them.
It was so bad because like it was a meme of like showing you probably seen this before. I call the lazy security guy who just barely puts his hands on you. Someone just did that, a meme of how to get into Twitch and it barely touch you, whatever. And I believe the CEO of Twitch has been under fire. People are saying he should be like no confidence or removed because this isn't the first time that TwitchCon has had people doing stupid stuff or spicy stuff. Well, I'm not even talking about like people throwing like getting drunk, but I'm talking about getting drunk. The after party situation will get dangerous. VTubers getting doxxed because look, man, some people like to stream with virtual anonymity. They want to protect their identity for many reasons, work, personal, whatever. Snip, it's over for me. Yeah, like that stuff like that happening. It's like, oh my god. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. So is it the first time? This is one of many times. Maybe for some people the best of times. It's not the best of times.
It's not. See, the problem with this is, as we mentioned before the show started, and you just mentioned again, this is not the first time this happened.
No.
And every time this happens, something like this happens where, oh my god, this happened, and everybody knows what happened, and then it gets swept under the rug and Twitch does nothing. This is not the first time that this happened with Twitch at a TwitchCon event. We've had people from Kick come in and cause problems. There's been other people harassing people there. Nothing has been done.
No.
And TwitchCon is one of the biggest content creator events. And Twitch is like, dog, it makes me money. I don't care.
No,
that's
it's so bad. And the worst part is like there's
sucks.
been issues with Twitch. Like one of the reasons why people want to like push the CEO, I think it's Clancy, like Cam Clancy out of his position is because Twitch has been on a downward slope for a while now. The discoverability is terrible. If you guys have ever seen me stream or see my VODs, I actually make a joke saying, he's like, get viewers on excess, get viewers on bans, because I just banned them. I just see it, I ban it. There's so many even with the safety protocols programs I use. Thank you once again, Keith and Scott, for helping me set up the Sari bots, other programs. I appreciate you. It's my kiss.
I will never stream on. I told you I will never stream on Twitch.
I know, but I appreciate you setting the bots up for me. I have even the bots some get through ban, and the thing is, like Twitch discoverability is not that great for small streamers. The bot issues rampant. The people the botted viewers just doesn't work. The current lurker problem. I think I showed this to Scott. I'll tell Keith about this. So, if you watch a stream on Twitch and you're not actively chatting, your view count go down. So if I have 5 people lurking and 5 people actively talking, instead of having 10 viewers at 5, and Scott seen it, I showed the video for Frost Prime. Shout out to Frost Prime _ jokingly, he doesn't go by underscore anymore. If you tell the chat to type 1, then the view numbers will spike up because now everyone is talking. It only counts active people chatting, not people who lurk in the background.
Well, what about the people that don't
exist anymore?
Yeah, like what about the people that literally say, "Hey, I'm just lurking"?
Yeah, that you count that moment, a certain time lapse, let's say 15, 30 minutes, maybe even 45 minutes. I don't know the time lapse. Let's just say a time lapse. You're no longer a viewer for me.
Yeah.
And they promoted that. They was like, "That's fine. Here, what was it? Exclamation point lurk. Now
Yes,
it's
exactly.
That
going.
was like a bot command that they
That was a
basically
bot command. Yeah.
wanted
Yep,
you to
yep.
have.
Yep. And now it's like, nah, not today, buddy.
They don't care about
So-
lurkers anymore because now Twitch is all a lot more about ad revenue and basically view time of ads.
Mm-hmm. Which is, I'm not gonna be that guy, but I know, but it's like again, like there's a lot of, like I said, the current CEO, I think it's Clancy's name. He's just so much in trouble, bro. Like this current Twitch event, and then the backlog of crap that people have to live with. Like, yo, I'm starting to think, unironically, if he should get fired if things don't change. The website itself is not the greatest. Your in-person events are not the safest. You have so much drama online. Your site's crazy. You have a ponytail. Stop rocking a ponytail. Too old for that. Okay, just get a crew cut like the rest of us. All right. That's just a personal hater bias. You can keep that as it is. But I generally think that like the TwitchCon current issue with Emiru is, I think, the focal point of like the tip of the iceberg of all the bad stuff happening on Twitch that is not drama related. I'm not talking all the drama. I'm talking like the website functionality, the searchability, the bots. This is the iceberg of that. And I personally think that this might be a tipping point if we don't get any serious changes in the Twitch platform and better safety concerns at the next TwitchCon, because this is just scary. Because TwitchCon is a place where people actually go to meet their creators, and creators go to network. Like someday, I hope to go to TwitchCon and network with everyone's favorite Twitch streamer, Dan Giesling. Everyone loves Dan Giesling. He used to be a reality TV star, remember? You know what? No, oh god, am I the only guy who watch big? This is how I know I don't watch too much TV. If I watch one show, it's like 10 years older than everyone else in the room.
Whoa! Did you want me to go get my daughter because she watches old TV shows? She'll probably understand what you're saying, but
Oh my god, I'm the only one who knows Dan Giesling. Oh my god, it's.
Let me look it up. I don't. Maybe it just escapes me. Let me look this up.
Yeah, go ahead. Look it up. Like, we'll give a minute. We'll give it. It's like I can't believe I'm the only guy who knows. Is GH, by the way. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Not like
His
this.
face looks familiar.
He does, doesn't it? He's that one guy.
Oh, I didn't watch Big Brother. That's why.
That's what I'm saying. He's from Big Brother.
Yeah, I didn't watch that crap.
Yeah, I don't watch that either.
Yeah,
I watched a few episodes of it and got bored.
Yeah, see?
You see, this is the problem. I watch one show because I'm crunching taxes and stuff. I learn everything about it. I feel like I finally understand the social zeitgeist. Yeah, that show is whack. What did I do this for?
Yeah, that was a bad show. Sorry.
I understand.
Because now you know about another niche thing you don't have to care about.
That's the truth. And here's some niche things you should care about. I think I don't know if anyone else had a chance, but did anyone else play some Steam Netflix demos? Because I had a good time playing it this week and weekend.
I played Ball X Pit.
Ball. Anyway, you got to say the whole thing. It's a great game. I recommend it.
No, it was I actually did play. I can't remember what it was. Excuse me. Look at my Steam. There was another game that I picked up. I was like, this is actually pretty fun. I don't remember what it was though. On top of Arc Raiders. Yay!
Yeah, the extraction shooter. Yeah. I hope people like it. I hope people like it.
Taxi Chaos 2. Played that. Enjoyed that.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
And Mexican Ninja.
Ninjas.
I think the name is very offensive, but Mexican Ninja.
I mean, there were Mexican ninjas. They're called luchadors for some people. But anyway, yeah. But no.
Luchadors, the wrestlers.
That's the joke. Yeah. Because luchadors be flying in the air like ninjas. They be throwing stuff. Some do spits. There's a Mexican wrestler, luchador. His name is Hechicero. He spits fire. He does alchemy. So that's like ninja stuff. That's like a ninjutsu, right? Does that count? That kind of counts. Yeah,
no.
It counts. It totally counts now. Yeah. So, but for Steam Next Fest, I was able to stream 2 or 3 games on Twitch. On Twitch and YouTube. It's YouTube up there. I streamed Earth Must Die, a point-and-click adventure game. Oh no, Git's playing point-and-click adventure games. Oh no, he did it again. All right. So Earth
if I had
Must
a
Die,
nickel for every point-and-click adventure game you played, I'd probably have a lot of nickels.
You probably have a lot of nickels.
You'll probably enough to pay off a mortgage or 2.
A mortgage payment, probably.
Probably like he's like, wow, thanks, Gets your incidental desire to play an old dated style of video games to save my mortgage. Like, thanks. And I give you a thumbs up, like turn my chair back and start clicking more puzzles.
Wish I could save my mortgage. Jesus. I know.
I'll
Oh my
play,
god.
don't worry. If you get a nickel for every click adventure game I play, it'll probably help you too. You can put up there. Actually, you know what? Make it a quarter. But the one I play 2-point click adventure games. Earth Must Die. Earth Must Die is a highly well-produced point click adventure game. It has great voice acting from Ben Starr, Mike Kowalski. It is the art, the animation is done. The game has good humor. I worried that because there's a lot of games like this, I would say jokingly come from England that have a little adult and potty humor. I don't know. I'm worried about Twitch censoring me. Playing these games, you know. Hey, that's another problem with Twitch. Like even if you use the adult tag for your games, they can still like stream, which is terrible. Oh, and another Twitch problem back then. Remember when I used to abuse a VTuber tag and got billions of views? That was really bad. Just saying. Yeah.
Do people still do that?
No, not anymore. Not anymore. Once they fixed it, but that was really bad. That was really bad. But Earth Must Die, a well-produced, hilarious comedy science fiction point-click adventure game. The voice acting is phenomenal. The art direction is great. The puzzles aren't that bad. I enjoy it. It's pretty straightforward. I only worry as a streamer or YouTuber, if I make videos on this, I might fall in trouble because of the humor. Now, I know there was, I forgot the developer. I talked to, I talked to I interviewed a developer a while back. I think it was not Wormwood Studios. It'll come back to me. I apologize, I'm a bit rattled right now. But they had a censorship icon in the game as an option, so you could just turn it on and censor the jokes, so you'd be fine. Which is great for streamers because, you can't do that stuff. Another point-click adventure game I played was the Seance of Blake Manor. That game is super great. It is a detective horror point-click adventure game that takes place in Ireland. It is really, really good. It uses first person. It's very interesting. The game does punish you for how to put this in point-and-click adventure games. If I just smash fist my way through a puzzle, I'll solve it. Absolutely, you will not. You will actually, if you try to like sneak into the manager's room, he could just throw you out of the hotel, and you just lose the whole game. Yep. So you have to like solve puzzles. There's a lot of good. There's an interesting detective system in the game. The voice acting is good. The art direction is good. I love a lot of elements of horror. I found some parts difficult and not so much. I found some parts frustrating because of the time mechanic. Because again, let's just say you want to get engrossed in the game's lore. Yeah, by wasting your time talking to this NPC who's kind of cool, you can waste your entire time frame you have to solve a puzzle and or catch the culprit, which will doom the whole case. So yeah, that can happen, but it's fun though. I recommend it. It's super great. It's published by Raw Fury, and okay, this is my honest opinion. There are two top publishers in the indie world right now, and one of them is Raw Fury, and the other one's Devolver Digital. They don't miss.
There's two. There's like four. There's like four.
The top two, bro. They're top two. Top two. Because they produce a diversity of games. All different games are really good. They have high quality color, and they appeal to a lot of people. I'm not going to count .emu as I respect them as much. It's like they make good games that have a small library. Tribute Games, same thing, small library.
Yeah.
Come on, let's have a conversation here, okay?
Did you play the game that everybody's playing right now?
What game is that, my
friend?
The
Amazon AWS is out, and you can't get access to half your stuff.
Oh no! Because Amazon work is done, I don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about it. I don't have to worry about that.
Hey, Amazon, I can't pay my mortgage because your stuff is down.
Pretty much.
Does that mean I'll have to pay for this month? That'd be great.
Yeah. Another game demo I played was a game called Road Out. Road Out is a pixel kind of third world, open world kind of like dungeon crawler meets open world race car driving and action puzzler with the PS1 style with use the cameras to solve anything. This game is total butt cheeks. I hated it. I quit midstream of it. I tried to give it a drop. If you're gonna spend majority of the game in the car mechanic and you could barely drive, by the way, this is a one stick driver. You can't right stick, left stick. Just complete crap. Would not recommend. I hated that game. Now there's a couple of other games that I'm thinking about that I should continue playing or try playing because I have a chance to play it. And these games are a game called Destiny Spire, which is a RTS kind of party builder RPG game, and a game I definitely want to try out for people is a game called The Jackal, which is another
I've
style.
heard that before. Did you mention this before?
Yeah, Jackal. Yeah, I mentioned this before. Jackal is a very similar Hotline Miami style game where it's a puzzle murder game. You have one life. You better try to kill everyone in the room and get out as fast as you can. If you like that
sounds like
type
my
of
kind of game. Yep, I want that.
The Jackal. Yeah, get the
and
Jackal.
the demo too. I'm checking
the demo too. Check it out. Yep. So those are the games I mostly played. I want to play them, but I did play the Jackal off stream. But there's a lot of great demos that came out this time around. I personally feel bad because I feel like I need to put 2 full days in making Steam Next Fest demos. So I might do that in the future. In the future, I might do 2 full days for the winter one and just call it a stream, and that'll be it. But I'm thinking about later this week, maybe doing a secondary stream of just playing the rest of the demos. Oh, there's also one demo that will catch people's eye, but the title will not appeal to nobody. Cat Girl Survivor 2 Beyond the Veil. This is actually a really well-made beat 'em up, but it has cat girls and anime aesthetic, so it's one of those. Like it's mechanically it's a great game, but because of the anime aesthetics, it's one of those. It's one of those. Do you love the genre or you love aesthetics? You gotta pick your choices. It's a game it's one of those. I'm like, man, this game is really good, but it has cat girls. It's very weeb and anime. I don't know how to feel about this. If you like Phantom Break, like with Dango Blue, if you liked Absolum, this is up your alley because again, besides the weird anime aesthetic, this game is mechanically pretty good. That is a hard sell. I know. People are probably tuning on the podcast like, oh, this guy's being a weeb again.
Hey,
turn it
that's
down.
okay. There are also other people. As soon as you said cat girls, they instantly went to go Google.
They perked up your ears. Yep.
What
is this?
Like cat. It's like. I'm picturing that meme of the guy. Oh, so you're
Google it with your sensitivity off. Stay surf off. Leave it off. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
I also wanted to say real quick when you're talking about this, I've seen some arguments on the internet saying that, because there's so many Steam Next Fest, that what's the point of having a Steam Next Fest anymore? And I'm like, bro, they're giving out tons of demos. What are you, stupid? This is the best thing ever.
No, that one is good for visibility.
Maybe we can have more Steam Next Fest, so we can have demos for longer time.
Exactly. I personally think that these are good because it helps people from again. As a point-and-click player, I was already well aware of The Earth Must Die. I was aware of it. I got into it. The Saints of Blake Manor, I was aware of the game. I didn't know they had something coming up. I didn't know like, oh yeah, by the way, of a demo. I'm like, score. I think it helps people if you're in the niche. It helps if people outside the niche try something. Just click the page and download 5 demos and give it a try. What are you gonna lose? This is old man silly talking. So back in my day, you could get a magazine called Game Informer or Game Spy, and they'll give you a disc and with demos in it. And
I was going to say Game Informer never gave you a disc, but Game Pro gave you a disc.
Yeah, I know. That's what's like.
EGM gave you this. PlayStation Magazine,
Universe Magazine,
Xbox Magazine,
yeah. That's why I'm so old now because I'm just putting things together. I open a book, I got a disc. But seriously though, back in the olden days, several gaming publication magazines, they would give you a disc and you could play those demos. Some of those demos had the full game on accidentally. That's on them, not me. And that was cool. And I missed that energy of trying games new. There's one of the reasons why that Scott knows this, Keith knows this. So on YouTube, I put a lot of emphasis, trying at least 1 or 2 new demos of indie games a week, just putting it out there. Because try more games. It doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, it ain't gonna hurt you.
Ain't gonna hurt you. And they're free. The only sucks though is that hell you can even play it sometimes during Steam Next Fest. They put demos for games that you may be already willing to buy. Like here's a hot take. Scott's probably know this game. Remember that game I was talking about casually? A Perfect Tides that takes place in my great city.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they released the demo of that game already again, so people can play the demo of it. And then, so if you haven't played Perfect Tides and you point click try Perfect Tide Station, the Perfect Tide Station, the new one, try it out. It's up there, so try it. It doesn't hurt. It really doesn't hurt. I generally think that Steam Next Fest is a great for the industry, for indie people who want to get to know and get on it. Because, hey, what if you find a game you like? You just gotta wait a couple months and then you follow their pages, whatever. It's a good way of interacting. It's no longer like, how to put this. Not every game has, I hate to say it, the Borderlands 4 marketing team budget. Okay, and I like Borderlands 4, but I'm pretty sure showing me the trailer of them driving the cars, shooting people 6 times over is not going to get me to buy the game. I already own it. Please show it to someone else.
No, it's amazing. It's a great way for independent developers to get their game out there. And like you said, people might be scrolling on the Steam page and go, "Oh, this game looks interesting." Like with Taxi Chaos 2, and I'm like, "Oh, this looks like Crazy Taxi." It doesn't play like Crazy Taxi, but I enjoyed it. I was like, "Okay, this is pretty cool." So got me playing. Then of course, Ball X Pit.
Ball.
Not saying the whole thing. I'm like, everybody's talking about this game. Let me see what this game's about. Oh, okay. All right, this is fun. Okay, I got this. And this is why you need portable handheld PC devices that are cheap. Play that on your Steam Deck or whatever, and on the couch for hours on end, and go, "Wow, it's midnight." I keep playing.
This holiday season, I'm actually thinking about buying a OELD and let my fiance have my original Steam Deck. That's what I'm thinking.
It's called OLED. We say OLED.
Okay.
OLED.
Oh, you want me to have lead in me? Okay. You want me to have the lead?
I mean, you probably do. I mean, that moron thinks that we have it. Yeah,
it's in the water. It's
in the food.
It's in the water.
It's in the food. It's in the air.
It's in the air. It's The only thing though is as Scott, I want to let you know this, that Falcom did not release the patch, or at least the demo of Queen Estelle's coronation of the Liberal Kingdom on the Steam Fest. So we're not going to allow ourselves to put the crown on Estelle Bright, the savior of the Liberal Kingdom, and now future queen, then, now, and forever. For those who don't know, Estelle Bright is probably the best character, so that's why she does be queen. But yeah, that demo was not available at Steam Next Fest, so get me next time.
How sad.
That was sad. But no, I do feel like Steam Next Fest is a great way for people to play games. I think it's a great tool for people to learn. And even then, I think if you check Steam now, they just because I just refreshed my Steam because I'm going to check out what games come out this week. They actually put up a list of the top demos people played. Some were like games I never heard of. Some games I would never play. Like there are people there's somebody who played this game called Yap Yap, which looks like one of those funny quirky co-op games we're playing now.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's a game called Yap Yap. Top game being played.
There you go.
There we go. So even if you don't know what to play, it's like, let me check out these demos. Oh, I can't believe people play Power Wash 2. Yeah.
I can't believe people play that. It's like, you can do that in real life. I don't want to play a game about that.
People enjoy it.
I don't.
People really enjoy it. You know what? Oh my God. Okay.
That PC Builder game, I saw that game and I was like,
yeah, PC Builder. Yeah. Nope. Oh, by the way, shout outs to us. Marvel Cosmic Invasion was another top demo that was played for Next Fest. Hell yeah, boys. Get that Marvel going. Please buff up She-Hulk. I want to do my air grabs, okay? I wanted a Slam Jam. I love my Slam Jam. But also, one of the games that I had my eye on that I wish I had more people to play with is called Godbreakers. Godbreakers come out somewhat will come out soon. It's an action roguelike that has co-op with multiple people. So yeah, that game is coming out soon, and I might throw some money at it if I have more money, or if I have friends who want to play with me, because I'm going to play with friends. And wink, 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 my friends.
Oh, he's talking to us now.
Yes, I'm talking to you, Keith. My only old friend. You're my only old friend now.
Did you kill off the other ones? Did they just die?
Whoa. Let's not talk about alleged mishaps that happened, okay? These are alleged things you're saying. Me murdering somebody? Whoa.
Alleged.
That's a crime. Alleged. That's a crime in America.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to get. Oh, by the way, Scott, this is a random for everyone. If you're playing Hyperlife Drifter, yeah, they're shutting down. So
oh yeah, I heard about that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The game just didn't come off the ground. I mean, it didn't have a good first impression.
Yeah, which is sad because I remember. I mean, I only had very limited access when we got to play around at PAX last year, but I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah,
but it was not fun for the full game after you played it, sadly.
No. My honest opinion is that the game, and this is the final point, the game did a weird job of doing Risk of Rain 2, but in reverse, and that is not a great idea.
Yeah.
Risk of Rain 2 is as time goes on, enemies get more powerful, and you have to find stuff to kill stuff. This is in reverse, where enemies are already powerful, and you need to find stuff to kill them, and then also do the quest to kill bosses while they're getting more power. That is not a great game loop.
Don't forget about the hunters that can randomly spawn at times.
Right, exactly. The hunter bosses, which, by the way, even at a low level, they can wreck you. And by the way, one of the very few patches they did to the game was, oh yeah, by the way, you get revive early now. I'm like, who thought it was not bad? Oh my god, like it's like Risk of Rain in reverse. That's what it felt like. But anywho. It's my opinion. If Hyper Light Drifter had some demos or did a Steam Next Fest and people played it, and we got some feedback. That's right, indie devs. If you put your game if you put your games on Next Fest, you can get some feedback. Some people, and I do love it when developers do this on Next Fest, where they say you like to give us feedback. You could click a link in their game to a forum, or if they link you to the Discord, you can put it there. I love giving feedback to video games because I want all video games to do good, except for Legends of Heroes Trail in the Sky Chapter 2. I don't want that game to do good. I just want that game now.
just now. Push it right now. I want it in the library at this moment.
At this moment, I want to know, does Agnes survive Tita's Russell's mother? Does he survive? That is a situation we should know. Does he survive? The question is probably no. Well, no, that is all I have to say. Unless you gents have any more random tangents or points you want to make about indie games that you love so much, or
I do. I do.
Oh my God, let's go.
So everybody knows, well, if you don't know, you should know that there's a little game called Absolum that I've been playing about and going gaga over, and I think it's one of the best games that have been released in quite some time. Even Matt likes it. So the developers have come out today and said, hey, we are paying attention to everything you've been saying. We are watching your streams. We're looking at your reviews. Speaking, by the way, they put an Accolade trailer. Jesus Christ. Accolades trailer. Yeah. And we were number 1 on that trailer.
It was us. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So they mentioned they are working on more stuff. They have more updates coming for the game. There will be updates coming later on. There will be DLC for the game, and they have not just decided to just make this game and move on to the next thing. So we'll have a lot of Absolum in the upcoming future. That's great news.
That's great news.
And maybe that way we can figure out what the hell Carl means about 27 more cycles, because I have no idea what that means.
What a great hint. Yeah, what a great hint. Yeah. And speaking of which, I need to grind more of that game because I'm a mechanic junkie. Keith knows I'm a mechanic junkie. I need to learn every mechanic I can for no reason. Just like that show, Big Brother. It's a great show.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, you know what? That might not be a great show, but Spectator Mode is a great show. And you know what? If you want to support this great show, be sure to follow us on Blue Sky, YouTube. Check out Spectator Mode Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Spotify, where podcasts are hosted. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow each of us on our respective social medias if you can. And we'll see you guys all in the next one.
See ya.